Go ahead and king me! What's going on, guys? Sovereign here. Mass Effect Andromeda is finally here. Yes, got my N7 shirt on, or hoodie I should say. Been having this thing for about 6 years now, or has it been 5 years? Not quite sure, but I love it, and it's cozy. Anyways, I'm sure you're just as excited about Mass Effect Andromeda as I am. That's why you clicked on this video, and you're about to get started. Well, here's a quick start guide, so that way it takes all the thinking out of getting started in Mass Effect Andromeda. Today, we're gonna talk about character creation, character skills, movement, and how your character moves, and what you need to know about that. There's a lot of things that are different in Mass Effect Andromeda than previous Mass Effects. Also, we're gonna talk about battle sequences and battle tactics, and last but not least, exploration. Now, this is gonna be more of a broad discussion about what you need to know to get started right now. So, stay tuned, guys. We got a lot coming up. Alright, guys, so let's go right into this. First off, I want to say that I had the amazing opportunity to experience Mass Effect Andromeda during EA Early Access, as a lot of other people did, and we got about 10 hours of gameplay in Mass Effect Andromeda before anyone else. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys is the things that I ran into, and to give you guys some tips, tricks, and hints to how you can get the best start in Mass Effect Andromeda. So, topic number 1 on our list is character creation. Now, it's Mass Effect. We all want to create that character that we live through and have all these experiences through. Now, that being said, I do have something that I'm not really proud of saying. The character creation for Mass Effect Andromeda, it shocked me. I was hoping that there would be more freedom or more capability, but that's just not the case. However, there still are a lot more capabilities than previous Mass Effects. And obviously, you do get to name your character. I named mine Sovereign Rider, obviously. So, yeah, we get to rule as King of Andromeda. Alright, and then we move on to your actual profile, your skill set. What are you gonna specialize in? And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not trying to add any spoilers, but it does not matter. It is a key feature in Mass Effect Andromeda that you no longer have to be locked into a certain set of skills. So you want to be a soldier? Do you want to be a biotic, a tech? Whatever you want to be, it doesn't really matter anymore. So whatever you choose now, you're essentially going to be stuck with that skill set until a few hours into the game where you unlock profiles, which then you can actually become whatever you want and invest skill points into whatever you want. So, say you want to start out as a soldier because you want to have great combat skills, but you actually want to have some biotic skills as well, because why not? Having superpowers in a game, of course I want that. So, down the road, you can do that. You can start wherever you'd like and end wherever you'd like. That's the best part about Mass Effect Andromeda, and I think it is definitely a perk to have over previous Mass Effects. Some people don't like that. I think that it gives you a wide variety of different playstyles in the same run-through. Instead of having to start a whole new game, you can actually just adjust everything right there with the character that you've already built. I absolutely love it. So to be quite honest with you, in the beginning, it doesn't really matter what you pick. Pick something you're comfortable with for now. One thing I will point out though is that you need to invest in a class or skill set that can handle shields early on. Now, you won't really encounter too many armored enemies, so don't focus on that for the time being. Get something that can handle shields to dwindle down those enemies that you run into. There won't be a lot in the first 10 hours of gameplay. Now, if you're rushing through the main story, you may run into some armored enemies. But if you are like me and you just want to grind out all the side quests and everything, you won't have to worry about armored enemies early on. Focus on taking down shields, something like disruptor ammo or overload, which I love, and I adopted it early on in my playthrough because I knew from previous Mass Effects that it was one of my most useful skills to have. So once again, pick something that you think you'll be comfortable with and that you want to invest in early on, but it will not matter down the road. So just pick something for now that you want to start with. Oh, and before I leave this section, there is a really cool portion of the character creation that asks you about the history of Shepard. Was it male or female? Now that's the only thing we get from this. Now I have a hunch, and I previously theorized in a video, and I will leave a link up top, that Shepard will have some sort of cameo whether it be a VI or some kind of history documentation, Shepard will be in this game somehow, some way. Okay, so now that we have our character all created, we move on to the actual gameplay. And this is where we want to talk about movement. You'll realize, if you're a fan of previous Mass Effect games, that the movement is significantly more fluid. You can turn much faster and adjust your focus rapidly during combat situations. Also, get used to the boost jump and the bolt or dart technique. These will benefit you astronomically in battle. It also is the best way to travel when on foot. For the default controls, sprinting, you actually click down on the joystick. You no longer have to hold A to sprint, which thank you BioWare for fixing that ridiculous problem that we had in previous Mass Effects. Thank you very much. And that segues into battle sequences, guys. I don't know how BioWare did it, but they made fights so entertaining. I was just trying to run around EOS, trying to kill as many things as I could before my 10-hour trial ended. I couldn't get enough of it. The battle sequences are so much fun, so much more dynamic than Mass Effect 3. The AI is a lot more intelligent than previous Mass Effect games. They will push up on you, they will flank you, your teammates will die and leave you exposed. You can't mindlessly rush the enemy without consequences, and I love that. You have to get tactical, and that's where mastering movement comes into play here. And guys, take full advantage of the cover system. You no longer have to hold A to get into cover. You naturally go into cover when you go up against an object. I love it, and it utilizes the system flawlessly. It is seamless and it's brilliant. And take time to get to know your enemy type. There are a lot of different type of enemy units that will rush you, that will be entrenched, that have high DPS or high armor. Understanding these different enemy types within a faction are going to benefit you greatly. Also, survey the battlefield. Have great combat awareness. Know where you can take cover, know where it's safe, know where you can get flanked at, and just make sure that you have all bases covered. Also, know where there might be health or ammo packs, so that way you can re-up whenever you're getting low. And now we're going to talk about exploration. This is pretty much the meat and potatoes of Mass Effect Andromeda. The environments are absolutely massive, and beautiful, and just stunning. There's so much to do, and there just wasn't enough time to really get to see much of the landscapes in the 10-hour trial that I had. Be careful of hazardous environments. Radiation, for one, in the beginning of the game is a huge issue. Now, once you get access to the Nomad, it'll protect you from low levels of radiation, but not from higher levels until you actually are able to upgrade that down the road. And guys, take advantage of the booster. You can jump in Mass Effect now, so get on top of anything you can. I literally tried to jump on top of everything I saw, and I don't think I've hit a barrier yet. And when it comes to loot, take everything. Search everywhere. Take the time to go explore during your missions. Don't just go from point A to point Z. Hit every single letter of the damn alphabet. And I mean it, guys. You don't want to miss anything in this game. I'm pretty sure there's some hidden gems that a lot of us won't find until months down the road. So always be on the lookout for something. Always be ready to go somewhere you haven't been before. You want to be able to search every nook and cranny if you have the time. And my last tip, guys, is don't sell anything. Just don't do it. Hoard as many things as you can until you literally cannot hold anything else. And then sell the low-level items. Don't sell anything just because you need credits, unless it's an absolute emergency. We don't really know yet what the most valuable or rare items are, so just don't go selling things just yet. Hold on to as many items as possible until further notice. So that's it for today's quick start guide. More videos to come. We're gonna get down into details and nitty gritty, more about battle, a lot of multiplayer, and if you guys wanna play along, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. I will leave my handle up on top and in the description box below, so that way I can play with some subscribers. Definitely looking forward to that. A lot more to come in Mass Effect Andromeda down the road, so stay tuned for all those videos, subscribe, hit that notifications button so that way you don't miss anything, because you want to be alerted as soon as new content comes out. And trust me, I'm going to be on it because I've been waiting for this game for 5 years. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you have a phenomenal day. I'm Sovereign and I'm out. So I'm really curious, what do you guys want to see next in full detail? Exploration, upgrades in terms of weapon and gear? Do you want to see skills? Do you want to see tactics, multiplayer? Let me know, guys. I'm gonna be on this game so hard. You don't even know. You know, man. You know.